Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel Vol'kaal Gaming. Let's run some Mythic Plus dungeons in World of Warcraft. Today we are going to be running a Atal'Dazar level 10 as an Arcane Mage. The weekly affixes are Tyrannical, Entangling, and Bursting. I will be doing my best to give a live commentary of the dungeon run. If you're into that kind of content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, the tank called for us to run straight to the first boss, Rezan. This is typically the boss that my groups have gone to this week. We do need to hide for Terrifying Visage, so that we don't get feared for, I think it's like 5 seconds. Oh, okay. And we've got some ads coming on me. So you know, we'll go ahead and do some AoE abilities to take care of those ads a little bit before switching back to single target on the zone. You know, I won't be talking too much about the mage rotation since this is only a level 10, and well, you can get by timing a level 10 simply by doing the mechanics of the boss properly and not dying. And one of those mechanics is, of course, Terrifying Visage. So that means I'm going to need to hide there for a couple of seconds. I think it's like 3 seconds, so I don't, you know, get feared and then have to wait to do more damage to the boss. And the quicker you can do the damage to the boss, the quicker it dies, and the quicker you can complete the dungeon run. And so that's another reason to do mechanics properly in these dungeons. Anyway, another Terrifying Visage is coming out, so we're going to go ahead and hide a little bit. Sometimes you can sneak a little bit of damage before the Terrifying Visage goes off. That is a little bit of a, you know, risk-reward, what do you call it, trade-off. But anyway, this is going to do it for the first boss, so we'll go ahead and give ourselves a slash cheer and move on to the next part of the dungeon.
Perhaps you will make a worthy sacrifice for
So this week was a bit of a holiday weekend. I am in the United States right now, and so it was Thanksgiving week over the course of this last week. So, you know, I didn't do too much. Well, I didn't record. I didn't have the chance to record my runs this week, but I did do quite a few runs this week. Since I am like running a little bit behind when it comes to things like gearing and item level and, you know, currency. I don't know what they do with the currency this season, but you know, this early in the season, it is a good idea to just run as many as you can, regardless of you know, what level dungeon you're running at, so that you can actually get the currency to upgrade your gear. The other thing is that I am on track. I think I'm on track to hit Keystone Master, maybe even in the middle of this upcoming week. Reset is in a few hours, so I might be able to get Keystone Master in the next couple of days. But for part of that, or at least in order to do that, I am running through some of these dungeons on lower levels, so I can get an idea of, you know, what these dungeons are going to be like without having to worry about, you know, the difficulty of the dungeons. So that way when I, you know, play this dungeon next week, it's not going to be as much of a surprise when I run into, you know, certain, certain mechanics like that unstable hex right there. That unstable hex does polymorph, I believe, one of your teammates for 5 seconds. They can still move and walk around, but they can't really, you know, cast any spells on the target, which is a bad thing since you want to, you know, kill these mobs quickly, so that way you can, you know, beat the dungeon faster. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set a focus on this Witch Doctor. They're the ones doing the unstable hex cast. Go ahead and kick that. I do say interrupt a lot, and there are, you know, several different types of interrupt abilities in this, you know, game. But the one I'm specifically using for the unstable hex is the kick. I have found that I can kick one of the unstable hex, and then the other one I can use Dragon's Breath, which is more of an AoE stun. Right. Alright. So one of the unstable hex was taken care of. I'll go ahead and kick that one, and then we can, let's see, are we going to go back to Vol'kaal? In my experience this week, we have been using Lust on Phase 2 of Vol'kaal, so it looks like we are going back to Vol'kaal. I'm not too worried about the fact that I used some cooldowns on that last pull, since I should have them up by the time we get to Phase 2 here. The important thing with this boss is that you do have to kill all the totems at the same time. One of the totems is dying way too quickly. That is not a good thing. That's not something we want to have happen. Luckily, whoever was defeating that totem slowed up a bit. We're going to go ahead and move over here. Deal with this one. This is the one that's at 22 health. I am looking at the right of my screen to make sure that all the totems are going down at pretty much the exact same time. Okay, make sure this one goes down as well. Alright, we're good to go. I'll go ahead and Lust right here, and we'll go ahead and pop some cooldowns on this guy. And this should take care of this boss. There shouldn't be too much to deal with for the rest of this boss fight. Hopefully we can do enough damage to this guy before, you know, the whole floor of this room turns green. Okay, sidestep the slime there. Or the poison, I don't even know what that is. We'll go ahead and, yeah, sidestep like that. We're going to have a burn up in a couple seconds. Basically, the burn amounts to putting Radiant Spark on your target, casting 5 spells on your target to buff the damage of Radiant Spark. One of those spells is a barrage, and then as the barrage is traveling, you also cast Touch of the Magi on the target. The idea is that Radiant Spark and Touch of the Magi do a massive amount of damage to your target during that burn window, and then after Touch of the Magi drops off, you go into what's known as the conserve phase, which is basically just use your spells in such a way that you have enough mana for your next burn phase. Anyway, that is boss number 2 going down, so I went ahead and gave myself a slash cheer before moving on to this part of the dungeon, where we do have the Feasting Sky Screamers. Terrifying Screech needs to be interrupted out of these ads right here. Is he going to pull? It looks like he is going to pull the patrol in the middle. I believe the Dinomancer has a ability that needs to be kicked. It's called Dynamite. Very humorous pun. Alright. We'll go ahead and do a... Oh, Terrifying Screech almost went off. That could have been a bit of an issue. But it's okay. We'll go ahead and interrupt Dynamite here. And it looks like, you know, we'll have enough to take care of these ads here before anything bad happens. Okay, Feasting Sky Screamer is coming up. Ooh. I did not react to the Terrifying Screech in time. But yeah, that is what happens when you don't get your kicks off, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, this is a level 10, so these little swords here are not going to be doing too much damage to us. Oh. I may have kicked that a little bit late, and now I don't have kick up for this Screamer right here, but you know what, it should be fine. Looks like everyone else has this taken care of. The Rogue especially, the Rogue has quite a few options for dealing with these types of, these kind of attacks, you know. Anyway, we will go ahead and... Should I burn here? Nah, we'll be fine. I feel like at a level 10, it's not even a fortified week. The mobs are a bit too low health for me to get that much value out of using my cooldowns on them. But of course, at higher levels, you should not, you know, hold on to your cooldowns too long. You should try to use them whenever you can, pretty much. Really, the only times where maybe you might want to hold on to it a bit is if you know that you have like a big boss fight coming up that you definitely need the cooldowns for. And for this boss fight, we don't really need the cooldowns on pull. This is a pretty straightforward boss fight. There's nothing too, you know, bad about this one. Basically, kill this ad, dodge the golden balls coming out of those pools right there. And then when she hits, I think she hits 100 energy. I'm gonna have to check the, yeah, oh. Someone, I think, is not stepping in that pool of blood there. Yeah, so for that part, when she hits trans, I think that was transfusion, right? You're going to want to step in a pool of blood, and that's going to do damage to, well, the boss instead of, you know, everyone else in the group. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and sidestep some of these golden orbs right here. Transfusion is about to happen. We'll go ahead and step in the blood pool. And that's gonna pretty much do it here. For the third boss, she's going to die in a couple of, you know, a few seconds here, as long as nothing too bad happens. And yeah, it does look like she runs on a mana resource, so when mana hits 100, she does the transfusion attack. Anyway, that's boss number 3 down. We'll go ahead and head on to the last part of the dungeon.
Killing the priestess. You have only succeeded in strengthening my
We're
hold
right
on
here
it.
for the fire to well, stop blowing itself
Impressive. You made it harder than I thought.
in the
But
way
I
of
will
our
still
path to the
be
last boss of
drinking
the
your blood.
dungeon. All right. And then here, early in the week, I've usually been standing with my teammates a bit away from the boss, so that way when she does soul rend, we can run all the way over here and then kill these ads quickly. And this ad is okay, there we go. Oh, I am not the biggest fan of spiders, so I feel like a good idea would be to stay away from them. Oh, I say as I get hit by a spider. Might have not been the best time to go into a burn, since I do have to dodge the spiders. Okay, we're gonna go over here, so that way when the ads come out, they have a pretty long way to walk before they reach the boss. And if I need to, I do have Frost Nova. Oh. Oh, right. Sometimes my, whatchamacallit, my Arcane Missile bugs out and it says, like, I'm not allowed to cast it when I'm moving, even though I do have the clear casting procs. But you know what, it's fine. The idea with Arcane Mage is you don't really want to be moving too much anyway, since it is kind of, you know, you kind of have to stand still to cast a lot of your spells when playing Arcane Mage. Anyway, Soul Rend is out. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the ads, focus them down before they can reach the boss. And then after that, we can switch over to the boss. The spiders are running after me. So I'm going to go ahead and stand over here a little bit. I still need to be in range of the boss, though. Let's see if this is a good stead to stand in. But yeah, this should pretty much do it for Atal'Dazar level 10 as an Arcane Mage. We'll go ahead and slash here. Thank everyone for a clean run and even congratulate them on beating the dungeon in time. We even got a +3 key upgrade, which is very cool. And of course, we are an Arcane Mage, so the common courtesy is to give everyone a portal back to the main hub of the expansion. And that's going to about do it here for this video. So if you liked what you saw here, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see me run any other dungeon during Dragonflight Mythic Plus Season 3, let me know in a comment down below which dungeon you'd like to see me run. Hopefully I can get around to posting a VOD of that. Anyway, that's going to about do it for me here, so I hope you all had fun watching, and I will see you all later.